Recently, one of my friend's grandmother, that being That Creepy Readings, just passed away, and while all deaths are unpleasant and untimely affairs, it's the sort of instance that I don't possess the proper respect, knowledge to give my most profound sympathies on the matter. I still will attempt to do so. I've never met Creepy's family, but I can only fathom, based on his recent anxieties, I'm sure his grandmother meant a great deal to him. The true tragedy of this passing boils down to one name, Eric Hovind, as well as his treatments.
In his capacity as president of Creation Today Ministries, their web store was, and is, selling B17 amygdalin and bitter raw apricot seed tablets, combined with a book called World Without Cancer, The Story of Vitamin B17. Now, selling the tablets themselves isn't necessarily a problem, but it is when you claim that they're a cure for a disease, which the FDA says that Eric was doing in violation of Section 201G1B of the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. See, it's unlawful to make claims that a given substance can be used as a drug for the treatment of a disease when it's not approved by the FDA on the basis that no controlled clinical trials have shown it to work. The letter demanded action to correct the violations within 15 days, or there could be legal action including product seizure and injunction.
B17, erroneously called a vitamin, also known as amygdalin and laetrile, has a long history of being promoted as an anti-cancer drug. The only slight problem is there is no evidence whatsoever of its effectiveness as an anti-cancer drug. It's effectively selling false hope to people dying of cancer. Indeed, worse than that, the stuff's actually toxic. Actually, no, let me rephrase that slightly. The stuff's not toxic itself, it's only toxic if you eat it. You see, guts provide the conditions to break down amygdalin to give cyanide, which most people know is actually pretty toxic. Amygdalin can be found in the kernels of food plants such as apples, almonds, peaches, cherries, and apricots. Although amygdalin is not toxic itself, hydrogen cyanide liberated as a result of the hydrolysis by acid or enzymes causes acute toxicity. Isolated amygdalin is widely sold as an anti-tumor natural product. However, recent studies have shown the cyanogenic compounds to be dangerously toxic.
Further information on Mr. Hovind includes an American Christian. He is a controversial figure in the young earth creationist movement whose ministry focused on the denial of science theories in the field of biology, that being evolution, geography, and cosmology, in favor of literal interpretations of Genesis creation narrative found in the Bible. Hovind's views, which combined elements of creationist science and conspiracy theories, are dismissed by the scientific community as fringe theory and pseudo-scholarship. He has been criticized by young earth creationist organizations like Answers in Genesis for his continued use of discrediting arguments that have been abandoned by others in the movement. Hovind's established creationist science evangelism, the CSE, in 1989, and the Dinosaur Adventureland in 2001 in Pensacola, Florida. He is frequently spoken on young earth creationism in schools, churches, and debates, and on radio and television broadcasts. For further information on the FDA ban, that's the Food and Drug Administration of America, the FDA banned the importation and interstate transfer of the substance B17. This was in 1977. This was based on a lack of evidence of this chemical compound, as well as the lack of the new drug application. Numerous injunctions had arisen from attempts to manufacture and distribute vitamin B17 in violation of the ban, according to quackwatch.org. I will include a link down below. As for effective testing, in 1978, the National Cancer Institute conducted a case study soliciting information from 400,000 medical professionals. Data delivered from this case study showed that only 93 out of 75,000 patients who had taken B17 reported any improvement. No evidence of anti-cancer or anti-tumor benefits have been found in 20 years of scientific testing on animals, and according to the American Cancer Society, which also cites clinical trial, which also cites clinical trials conducted in 1981 that show that no anti-cancer benefit of vitamin B17. The risks associated with B17 may cause the vitamin in question may cause the release of cyanide into the bloodstream, according to the University of California in San Diego. Cyanide is a toxic chemical that can cause respiratory arrest and muscle weakness, and in some cases, cyanide toxicity can be fatal. Other risks of using B17 include dizziness, headaches, nausea, and vomiting. Eating ground or crushed fruit pits or eating raw almonds may increase cyanide toxicity risks, according to the American Cancer Society. Beta-glucosidine, I'm sorry if I botched that, an enzyme found in bean sprouts, carrots, peaches, and celery, may increase this risk. Considering although B17 cannot be legally imported or transported across state lines in the United States, it is, however, legal in America. Also, it is offered as part of some of the alternative cancer treatment programs in the United States despite the FDA ban. Obtaining B17 can be prohibitively expensive. However, treatments can cost between $2,000 and $5,000 per week, according to the University of California at San Diego. That's a lot to take in, that not only that someone's life was taken away by this ill-advised, medically unsound treatment, that it was done to the tune of likely $2,000 to $5,000, with Lord knows what other additional costs. I can think of, I'm at a severe loss for a more reckless and disgusting display of behavior. I can't imagine why Eric Hovind is not in jail or worse. And again, I would like to offer my prayers and wishes. Do happen to be a man of faith myself, but I feel that, medically speaking, we should stick to the things that we know work. It would be foolish to take something that's tested, tried and true, again and again. Certainly, when the lives of our friends, our loved ones, our family are on the line, that is not the time to experiment, to take chances, and to gamble with people's lives. I'm really sorry, I probably just spinning my wheels on this one. I did get permission from that creepy reading to cover this, and I'm sure I've probably come up short. I'll try and include some links down below. I'm probably vastly in over my head on this one. Thank you.